You are looking live.
Thank you very much, Maria, for bringing us in.
Rob, and we have Nick today. Yay!
I'm back. I'm back.
Me.
And I'm out of a job.
Oh, no, never.
How are you guys doing today?
I had to collect myself a little bit. You know, it was a lot of time, a lot of just me and Rob. So I needed to collect myself a little bit. I'm excited. We got Maria here to help too. So this should be good.
It is going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome. We had just missed some trades, of course. If you want to go to my account, we just went on at 316. What did we put on? We put on a bunch at 310. We did a 3 lot. We did, there we go. There's Barbie. We did a 10 lot at 316. And Barbie is, you know what? Barbie is straightening Phil out because Phil is down today. Phil is not having the best day of all. He was up 7,000 before noon, and then around 12:20, we had a gigantic down move, and we're down 16.9. He was down 22, so we're down 16.9 right now. And Nick, a little birdie tells me that on Thursday we might have some big news, some big updates for our screens. Thursday, is that true, or is that going to be Sunday?
I was thinking Sunday, but
Sunday.
We're moving. We got a lot happening behind the scenes. The team is working diligently to bring new products to the forefront here. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited.
I am super excited as well. Maria, are you excited?
Whoopee!
That's it?
That's it, huh?
What do you want from me? I'm not involved in the SPX, so 0 DTEs.
That's okay.
I don't have a robot yet.
Well, you have a robot. Just
but she's not doing anything for me. She's doing research. It's a little different.
What did you do today in the market?
Cleaned up. I cleaned up 10. I took buy to close on 10 of them. I'm making my portfolio small. I'm down to 8% using a buying power. So there's not much going on there. I am waiting for next week when we go full out war again. That's what I'm hoping for. Not really. You know, on one respect I am, and the other respect I am not. But yeah, I'm looking for some VIX to go up. It's at 15 today. I mean, what are you going to do with 15 VIX? Everything I look at, there's no premium there.
It really has been one of this. I think this is probably the slowest day of the year. In terms of E-mini contracts, the most, traded product, I think, in the world, SPX from an options perspective, but the futures themselves, 700,000 contracts traded on a normal day. I would put our average at somewhere between 1 million and 1.3 million is like an average day. A crazy, high volume day where you have big movements in, either to the downside or both directions, you might get to like 1.5 to 1.6 million contracts. This 700,000 contracts on the E-minis is a half day before Christmas. That's the sort of volume you're getting today. It's almost as if nobody's trading today. Like today was a day off. It's been so quiet. I mean, the E-minis today, it's been a 30 handle, 35 handle intraday range. I mean, that's tiny for what we've been used to over the last couple months.
But yet at 12:21 or 12:31 today, we got destroyed in the SPX.
That was the only movement we had all day today.
That's it. But that was enough. We're down. Phil's down 17,000 right now. So he's having a rough day, but it's that one move. That one move. And I got a lot of information. A lot of people reached out to me, my fellow MAIC traders and 0 DT traders, telling me they got really bad fills all across the internet today. And I am singing a new tune when it comes to some of this stuff. We've been doing a lot of back testing, and we are restructuring. We have restructured. We restructured 2 weeks ago. All the way we're handling those, and just by dumb luck, we've had 2 gigantic days where we would have been not destroyed, but we would have had a significant loss if we hadn't had our revised way of trading, which has worked out great, but that doesn't help my other friends. And so there we go. There's some more. You want some? You want some? Here you go.
That must be new ones.
Those are all new ones. Yeah, those are all new ones. Don't worry. Those are all good. Oh, dang. I keep pushing it. So here we go. So is it time check? Time check. It's 3:20 already. Wow. So here's the 316s that went on. Here's a bunch of 320s, some more 320s. So you can see Phil is very, very busy right now. And let's just take a quick look at where we are on these. Let's take a look at the SPX. Here we go. And this is the Tasty Trade web browser version. I'm using that because I get a little bit better sizing with it. You guys can see a little more clearly what you've been telling me. So you can see where we are. We want this baby to finish right down the pipe. Time check. We've got, what we got? 39 minutes to go, 38 and a half minutes. And we want that to be held right down the middle. And that's where we are. Where are we now? We are down 16.6, down 16,600 on the $1 million account. So we need to hold these, and we've got a bunch more coming. Nick, before the show, I think I was telling you what times we're coming in on.
We got a couple coming. Should be coming shortly. I think we have some in the next couple minutes here, minute or two.
Great. I know Phil's putting on right around 200 trades today. He's trading right around $2.3 million and made $93,000 last week. I don't know if I got a PowerPoint on all that. This is what he was doing last week in terms of, or last month or so. This is Phil on his own. And then here's the crazy Ivan. And where is the one? I've got one somewhere. Here it is. That's both of them together. So you see both of them together. It's been pretty balanced month to month.
Time check. I think you got some things coming here.
Time check. Woo.
We got something happening.
You got 323. You got some?
I think so.
All right, here we go.
I was trying. There you
Here we
go.
go. There we go. Why don't you see the working? There it is.
Did it go through?
It went through. It showed.
There you go. More.
I hear your ding.
I hear it dinging up a bunch. I hear it. Well, just as I was singing the praises of the Tasty Trade web platform, I'm going to do a quick reboot here. In the old days with the desktop, it'd take you a couple minutes to reboot. Boom, here we go. Let's see what it says. See if we got any activity on it. So nope, still doesn't show it. You know what? Nope. That might have been in the Schwab account and we're running our hedge fund is running a test account.
It was Schwab because my phone just went off saying Schwab.
It was Schwab. And then we're running a hedge fund test account today, and it would probably traded in that. And I can't show that on the screen. There's a lot of stuff we can't do with regards to the hedge fund. Mm-hmm. So
that's okay.
We're going to have to limit some of that stuff, but that's exactly what it was. If we had it here on the screen, you actually could see it, I think. Ever so briefly for about 2 seconds. Ooh. You have to get your screen capture ready to really go.
Don't taunt the group. Hey, if you got questions in the chat, slow day in the markets. If you got questions on anything, shoot them our way. We'll take them throughout the show here. Anything you got questions, nothing is off limits. You got one. I see you're raising your hand over there.
I do. And this is on behalf of, I'm going to say 7 to 25 people have been reaching out to me for the last week saying, will you please, for the goodness gracious, have Nick go over the hedging of the crazy Ivans? Because that was something we put on a while back. And I know you've gone over it a few times. If you wouldn't mind being so kind as to go over it one more time. And I promise you, I will get you, if you use my, might use yours, but I'm trying to figure out.
No, I'll show you. I'll show you. So the biggest,
show it on yours.
The biggest thing that we are looking to mitigate from, and the hedging aspect, you can't hedge a loss. Like a loss is going to be a loss. NASDAQ falls 1,000 points in your short puts. It's going to be a loss. That is there, and that is unavoidable. The thing that you can help mitigate against is the sizing of the position, and the position can get really big. You have with NASDAQ futures, you're going to use 6 to 10 times leverage ish, depending on what option you're trading. So these positions can get big, and one of the ways that I can show you that is like just when we look at buying power, when we look, let's say the 25,000 strike, and I'm 67 days out, you could see it uses about $10,000 in a regular margin account. If you go to at the money, this option is going to use about $30,000 a contract. And so it goes about 3x. And we're not changing anything about time. We're not changing anything about volatility. And so you can add in kind of a multiplier for that, because if we were to drop 5,000 points, I'm pretty sure volatility is going to be a lot higher than where it is right now. So that's going to multiply the size of that buying power. You might be using $60,000 or $70,000 on each of these contracts just to hold them. even when you're looking at a long or short futures contract, like we just put one to buy here, it's going to be $43,000 just to be long or short the futures right now with volatility really, really low. And so the way that you can mitigate that, and I can show that just with the at the money strike. So if we were just short the at the money strike and I went and I bought a very far out tail option, you're going to cut that pretty significantly just now, right? And so this goes from 31,000 to 27 or so thousand. Now, if you think about that move from like extrapolating out that move, if you're short the 25,000 strike and you're long this, 20,000, that's about 5,000 points out of the money. It's used about $6,000. It would be the same as if we were at the 30,000 strike and long the 25,000. All I'm doing is I'm moving each strike up 5,000 points. And you can see here, the buying power is only 21,000 versus the at the money option, which is going to be like 30,000. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have a lot of contracts on, those numbers get real big. And it's about a 30% difference in the amount of capital you need to hold that position. That's just one piece of the pie. That's not including any changes in implied volatility, which will actually reduce this more. So when volatility is higher, those tail options become, from a hedging perspective, bigger options. And so holding that put option, it's actually going to reduce this more into a 5,000 point down move. This might only be $17,000 or $16,000. And so it's a way to mitigate the biggest problem, I think, for most people, which is that expansion in volatility, that expansion in buying power that comes from volatility into those sort of down moves. So that is the way that I look at hedging these positions. We've talked numerous times about just the management side of it being part of the hedging. Rob and Maria both have very few positions on right now in the NASDAQ. Maria talked about, getting out of 10 or 15 positions just today. When you're closing long delta, you are actually getting short delta. So Maria short the puts yesterday or on Friday. Today, she buys those puts back, and but you're buying a put and you are getting short delta. And so synthetically, the action that you take of closing positions into the up move is a way to mitigate your risk. It hedges your downside risk because you're not in that position now. You're not in that position with volatility at really low points. So that is my quick spiel. I want to time check because I think we got some stuff coming right now.
329. If you got any 330s, they're coming on now.
Other ways that people commonly hedge positions, selling the calls or call spreads against the puts. You can turn that position into a jade lizard. It's going to change the overall mechanics of the trade. You're going to be holding it for longer. It's very hard to hedge a directional trade. Like that is, your short puts, your long delta, you want the market to go up. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just checking this. We're up down 15.6. We have coming in here in 12 seconds. We have randomized a little bit of this entry. So
beautiful.
It's that new feature that you developed where we randomize the entry. So it's not always identically the same as all the gazillions of people in the herd out there are doing. What in the world is this mess? There we go.
Got NASDAQ down 53. E-mini is down 3. A choppy, quiet market today.
I'm waiting for this to come in.
Tick.
I just posted the Discord. Some people are saying they're having troubles getting into the Discord. We are over 1,000 members on our Discord now. Absolutely free. At least it's free right now. It's probably going to be free forever. But what does today trade mean? That is a complicated thing that we mentioned, Joel. But what we do is we build multiple entry iron condors. And I am waiting for this. Oh, yeah, that's in the newsletter. What that means is you have a $2.25 multiple entry iron condor was at $2.25 on the short put and $2.25 on the short call. Multiple entry iron condor is the M. 95 is the stop loss, 95%. 50 is the wing width, and I don't think it's 50 at the end. I think it's 00, which is the profit target, because we don't use profit targets. I back tested. I think I set the world record for me for profit for back testing this week at right at 100 million, plus or minus a million trades. So it was whatever it was a lot. And Maria was looking at me cross-eyed, like, "What in the world are you doing?"
So we didn't get our
two
trade
computers.
done.
We did not get. It's. I honestly, I have too many accounts for it to keep track. I can't keep track of which ones are on which accounts.
I'm gonna throw it over to Maria. There's a couple earnings after the close today. You got Rocket Labs, AST, which is ASTS, which is AST Space Mobile. You got HIMS in there. A lot of people trading that one. USAR, which is one of the government portfolio, as I lovingly call it, reporting after the close. MP Materials in that same bucket reported last week. And then tomorrow morning, you got C, which is SEC Limited. I know some people trade those. Are any of these on your watch list right now for earnings?
Not for earnings. I am holding them. So yes, I'm going to watch them. ASTS, I'm holding shares on that quite a bit. And also Rocket Lab, I am already filled up on puts. I have been for the past prior to the SpaceX going up. That's how I got involved in Rocket Lab.
Okay.
So I'm filled up on puts on those. I need them to pop.
Yeah.
There's not much I can do with them at this point, or I'm going to be owning more.
Yeah, I understand. That's fair. And what duration are you? Did I just hear some things?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. I am pulling up the spreadsheet of life here to try and show you all these. All right. So we had a whole bunch of, what did we get? We got some closures out. We got a bunch of closures. We got punched out on the put side by a bunch of stuff. So we must have had a big down move or a pretty
big down move with like 3 points. Nothing.
3 points. Well, it was enough to punch them out. Let's take a look, see at where we are. Look at where they are right here. So we got punched out on 10 of them at the on the call side, on the put side. It's weird that we had these were the very, very little ones, and they were punched out at $2.25 because they were super small when we went into them. And then we had some, again, we're getting punched out when we are seeing pretty straightforward, we're getting punched out at exactly what our stop loss is, which is awesome. That's what you want the robot to do.
It's been a completely dull market. So it's not, other than the one blip this morning, but
yeah,
other than that, it's been
that's
nothing.
The game. You want to get those stops out at exactly where the where you're asking for it. And we've got the 330s are the last ones, other than we've got a 344, and then we'll do the 351. So now I've got a way that I can check on this every day, make it easier for you. And now we're down 17.2.
Yeah, we got people are leaning a little bullish today. We got the put spread leading 64-36 here. This is a good question, Maria. How far out days till expiration are you going for selling puts on some of this stuff?
When I sell puts on some of these, I'm usually looking at I will go 67 days out on the Mag 7. In fact, I have gone as far as 130 days on NVIDIA.
Okay.
And with some of those, we're all at 60 and 70% because NVIDIA has jumped so high. I closed a lot of those out today. Just took the money. It was 70%. I don't have to sit there for another 100 days or whatever it is, Yeah. I'll take it.
It's a great point, because when you're selling high volatility, the premium that you're collecting, you get kind of it becomes muscle memory. Like, you remember, okay, I was selling these 150 strike puts at $10 and now they're trading at $5. It's hard to hold that same sort of risk for half of the reward, putting that new position on, rolling it out. Like, it's hard. That's a hard, it's a tough sell to like close your current position and then go sell another, 120-day option for half the price. It's tough.
Yeah, so I'm just going to wait for it to go back down. Eventually, they all go down eventually a little bit, and then I'll sell some more. But I like those long. I would even go further. I like those long leaps on NVIDIA.
Yeah.
I also was doing that with MU. So those two stocks I would do that with.
That one's been good too. A lot of those, a lot of volatility coming out of those names. Micron here at a IV rank of 40. If you look at like SanDisk as well, these were stocks where the volatility was exploding into the moves higher. They've all come in significantly. 35 IV rank on SanDisk. You look at like Western Digital, which had earnings middle of last week. It's at a 52. STX, which is Seagate, one of the other ones, 57. Just volatility across the market has just been squeezed out, and it's going to, with the move that we had today of like 3 points, you're going to continue to see volatility contract. Like volatility, it's remaining sticky right now, but I think, if this continues through the end of the week, it's just going to be, we might have a sub 15 VIX, and that is danger zone. That's like, death zone, because you start putting positions on, you're not getting paid for them.
Mm-hmm.
And if something small happens, all of a sudden you're underwater on these junky positions. It's
and actually that's what's hurting my earnings plays right now. I can't find an earnings play for core. Normally I would definitely slap them on for core weave.
Yeah.
And I just can't do it.
That's when you get into the over trading. Like where you have all this capital sitting around and you're like, I got to do something here. I got to do something in one of these stocks. I'll go to an earnings trade because the market volatility is just junk right now. And then all of a sudden you're stuck in some junky stock that you don't want to be in.
Exactly.
You okay there, Rob? It looks like you're all over the place.
I am. I'm checking. I got so many screens in front of me. We got a whole new system coming. And so I'm just trying to get a lay of the land, but I got it. It's just, I want to be sure that there are certain rules that I have to apply now because of the hedge fund. So it's fine, but we're down 17.3 in what we call the $1 million account. That's trading, like I said, about $2.5 million in 0DT SPX. It's got some other positions, very, very small super positions. This one was a mistake I did on the show. And I got this one set to close out at 25% because I know you want that. And
that's okay. It paid for my mistake.
I did some of it. Yeah, some of it. And you'll take all that you can get. And then he got me, he wanted to, and I really enjoy, this one's the most important one to me of everything on my board, because this one is, I'm going to say $1,000 buying power. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people tell me, well, you and Maria are trading these crazy Ivans because you have more buying power than I do, or you have more than you want to commit. And these are 15,000 each, and you're doing 30 to 60 of them. That's a lot of buying power. I said, well, you could do it with a small one, and Nick figured out how to do it with these MESs.
Yeah. And
those work out fine. Granted, the amount of money you make, but it's on a percentage basis. You can make 50, 70% a year, and there's no bank in the world that's going to pay that. I mean, that's if you get 40% a year return, that's fantastic. Our goal is 50.
Plus, if you're not used to doing crazy Ivans and you're just trying to get your feet wet with them, I would definitely start with these smaller ones.
For sure.
You need to know how to manage these large ones, because you can get in hot water really fast. I mean, if they have a 1,000-point day, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know when you're going to roll. Mm-hmm. You need to have your guidelines set, because when the S hits the fan, let me tell you, I go into a little bit of a panic mode. And then you see things aren't even though you have it planned out, nothing is going to go according smoothly to plan. So you need to know what you're doing. So start with the little ones, and then get your confidence up and work your way through them with your hedges and learn how to do it, and then progress to the larger ones. Absolutely.
If you are, what I want to know now, Maria doesn't do any SPX. If you are doing non-SPX trades, I'd just like to know how many people in the chat room are doing no SPX at all. If you're doing no SPX at all, just give me this: SPX or no SPX. So 0 DTE or no DTE. Are you doing DTEs or are you not doing DTEs? I'd be interested to know. Maria doesn't do any. Tyler does a mix. I do exclusively, other than Crazy Ivan. But if you're doing SPX, 0 DTEs, put 0 DTE in there. If you're doing none, just put no 0 DTEs. I'd just be curious to know. It's not a competition. There is a competition going on, however. There absolutely is, and that's on spending Rob's money. Everybody likes to spend $600 on my money, and by golly, we are going to do it. We are going to do it. Nick, tell them more.
Yes, well, it's leading right now with the put spread at 65%, but you get your vote, and I mean you out there in the chat. You should see the poll there leading the way. I think it's been on a pretty good streak here recently.
It is. Yes. If I was good, I would have a PowerPoint on that. And
we got some people trading NDX and ES. We got a little bit of everything in there.
Everybody's doing that stuff. If you're trading something other than SPX, tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. I know there's a lot of people. Maria's trading NVIDIA. I know. Maria's trading everything. You got how much? You got
Not really. I have it. I have a few chosen ones that I like that I go back in, and I'm always looking for new ones, but I don't feel as confident in those.
Yeah, but you're doing
But
a lot
I'm
of
heavy
making push.
tech, so when tech goes down, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So right now it's good because tech is up. I mean, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I think in the future, tech is going to be progressing. I think it's an area, even though they keep saying they're spending too much money, they all got this baloney going on. You need to spend money to make money, and they are. I just think they're going to blossom. And a year or 2 years from now, these stocks are going to be worth a lot of money. NVIDIA in 2 years from now, I'll hold it all day long. Right now.
And by those dips, I will tell you, if our experience as any teacher, we use Google every day, all day long. And then we migrated. We thought I thought AI was the biggest hooey ever. And our accountant got us
Not
into
anymore.
it. Not anymore. Our accountant got us into it. And Maria started using it before I did. And because she just got fed up of talking to me and getting answers she didn't rely on. She said, well, you don't know what you're talking about. And it turns out I didn't know what I was talking about.
It's not so much he doesn't know what he's talking about. Some of them he does, some of them he does not. But yet, to get the information from him, you have to listen to half an hour. Blah 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 blah. I'm done. Vera, where are you?
I'm only laughing because it's true. It's I'm only laughing because it's true. I have a propensity to speak. I can't tell. What can I tell you?
And a lot of times, if you're in a rush and you hear about a stock and you want to do something, you need the information fast. You can't be sitting here listening to a half an hour of blah blah.
That's good. That's fair.
If you guys think I do blah blah, just say blah blah in the chat. Blah. I'm afraid it's going to be everybody out there is going to say blah blah. He's just filler, is what he is.
I wish I could give you some blah blah here about the market, but the market's gone nowhere. We've done nothing.
Nothing burger. You think on a nothing burger, Phil would be killing it. He's down 17.7, but that you know what? He went from up whatever it was 10, 12,000 to down 22,000.
He got spankied a little this morning.
He can't grind back up. He just cannot get back up. So
yeah,
it is what it is. You know, it's you're not going to make him blah blah. Look at all the blah blahs and la las and great. Oh my gosh!
You had some questions in here.
Yeah, let me. So there was a question from Lewis about back in 2020. I don't know if this number is. I don't know how correct we are. The premium maybe could 100x if it was like $1 put that went to $100. Even then, that would be ridiculous. That the buying power would certainly expand, but. Have you had or seen any issues 0-day trading wise? Like, how do you manage that? How do you manage the risk?
Well, first of all, let's talk about our favorite year was our first year trading options professionally, right? We traded them for fun, but Maria had sold a couple of houses for like $1.6 million or something. And we decided to go in to options trading. And she, being a former banker, had me and Tyler and my secretary of 20 some years start doing Excel spreadsheets. It's now called back testing, but she had us go back and look at all these earnings trades. How many stocks, me? 100, 150? You had
nonstop. There was just list of them nonstop.
She kept giving it to us.
There was certain criteria we need to have earnings coming because that would raise the volatility on it.
Yeah.
We only went 1 week out. Remember that? 1 week.
Yeah, we went on Fridays only. And we would buy $300,000 worth of options. So we were trading 150 to 1,500 contracts in one fell swoop in the last half hour on Friday.
We were so dumb. We would hold it. We wouldn't even get out.
Let's not talk about how dumb we were. That's a pretty long list. But we
got to start somewhere.
The good news is that she was making about $100,000 a week, and that lasted for 7 weeks.
And then we got hit with
70 weeks, about $7 million in 70 weeks. It was insane. It was absolutely insane.
And
we could do no wrong.
Much?
And then we lost $1.5 million, I think, in 1 month. And so we ended up netting about 4.2 in 13 months. It was great.
Right.
That was a shock, I'm sure.
It was great.
It was, first of all, we're like, these guys on Tasty, we don't need them. Oh my God. a 30% buying power. Nah, we'll use 90%. We're living the dream. And you know what? We would get caught on some of them. About 30% of them we'd have to buy. We would buy the stock and we would just wheel out of
was
it.
the longest one.
Yeah, Tesla was the longest one we held for 26 weeks. And then it got on the S&P 500. You know, we thought, oh, we were geniuses because we didn't know that, but we took credit for it, right? I mean, no one knew it was going to go on the S&P that early, but it was great. It was absolutely great. And it was crazy.
It doesn't work anymore. I mean,
no.
that scenario doesn't work. It's funny how trading it keeps evolving, and you got to keep up with it. Just because you're doing something for 6 months, all of a sudden, sometimes it just doesn't work anymore.
Right.
You got to move on. You got to, we investigate different things.
Yeah. And so much so that I insisted to Tyler and Maria, they wanted to stop. I said, no way. This will never, ever fail. We're going to keep going. I was so pissed because we had an agreement. It's majority rules, and they outvoted me 3-2. Ooh. So 2 to 1. I do math, right? Math makes money. There's 3 of us, and they outvoted me 3-2.
Yeah, he would have kept going and going. We would have lost it all.
So I kept a spreadsheet, and I legitimately, Nick, I put down legitimately what I would do each week, right? And we would have lost it all in about 2 years. So the point is well taken and burnt into my memory that, in fact, you got to be moving. That's why we back test every week. That's what I really want to start back testing every day. So, and that's what we're doing. We're building tools that allow me to trade the way I want to trade. I want to trade mathematically, and Nick is helping me build these tools. And Nick is making me and Maria hedge more, right? To be take less, but to minimize the drawdown. And I think that lesson is finally sinking in. So it's a great team. The 3 of us are working, and 4 of us with Tyler are working together and coming up with some really cool stuff. And the results are great. I mean, the results are great.
What's good about it is we all bring different type of knowledge to the table.
Right.
And
exactly.
different type of risk that we would all accept,
That's why I got a hat that says N on it. I gave everybody a hat that said N on it. They said, what's that stand for, Rob? And I said, that's, my friend, stands for knowledge. And don't you ever forget it.
I was going to say Netflix.
Yeah, you're something. Rob,
these are the jokes, folks. If you come here for trading advice, you come to the wrong place. These are bad dad jokes. I got a million of them. What back test tool is my favorite?
Next question, please.
I think we can call it for the put spread, Rob, too. I think that's winning here for the chat. Just so you can get it set up. I know we've had a little bit of a kerfuffle here with the new system. I'm just giving you a little extra time. I'm not saying it's user error or anything.
It's definitely user error. Okay, what you want? Put or calls?
Puts. And that people are reminding us in the chat as well. They're giving us the time check here.
Time check. 3:49 and 13 seconds. All right. I have built a bunch of cool bots. And so what bad, it's all a bad dad joke. It'll be apparent. Yeah. What is the best back testing tool? The one I built. That's my favorite. And it's one that I build every single day. I'm making it better and better. I have got a bunch of vendors that are allowing me to do pretty much what I want. And I want to do a bunch of cool stuff, and I'm going to keep on doing it. So I got some really neat setups here coming up here, and we are 20 seconds away. Get ready. This is going to be the market on market on close data is going to come up. For those of you that are watching my account here, what's going to happen is you know what? If I was over on this one, it'd be great. We are going to have these smart kids this is market on close is going to come up here in 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. There's the market on close. Look at that. Nick, tell everybody what that means. Market on close.
It's when everybody shores up the book for the end of the day. They have to do the final trades, the big old number. They take it all and they say, okay, Goldman's, 5 billion in the hole here, and Morgan Stanley is going to be buying 5 billion over here, and that's a net zero. And so they take all the big hedge funds and all the big players that have to do rebalancing at the end of the day, and they put it all together and they give you one single number, and they say, okay, the big dogs are net $3 billion buyers on the close or $3 billion sellers on the close, etc. Right. And it's all in one big bucket.
And we love that. And so, okay, now we got 13 seconds to go, 12 seconds to go. What we're going to do is you're going to see within 10 seconds on one side and 25 seconds on the other side, we should see if all things works well. And if I got the right account up here, and we should see some movement here. There it is. And there, look at that, right on time. Phil was asking, oh, what happened?
Okay, 2-4. That's good. You actually got, E-minis being down 7 here, then SPX down 9. This is about as low as we've seen for the past like 2 hours. So it should be a pretty good spot here.
I hope I put on a put one. You wanted to put, right?
Yep.
All right. I put on a put 77.50. Now, Nick, a lot of people get confused. Do we want it to be above or below the yellow line? Above or below?
You know this one, Rob. You know this one.
I know. It's going to be, so help me out, chat room. Above or below? Above or below? Above or below? Do you want to be above or below?
Remember, you got to put up. You got to put up with him.
Put up with
tough.
me. Ouch.
It's tough. I was going to say, I didn't want to, before we get into the, off to the,
no. Was that us? 77.50? We got punched out? No, that was a different one.
No, that was a different one. I
think.
I wanted to say, everybody, please give us a like and subscribe to the videos. Helps us grow the channel and really get our reach out there. But also, it might be tea time as well.
Oh, yes, it is. And that was a different one because our stop loss on these is going to be around, it's 100%. So it's going to be around $4.80. That's where we'll get stopped out. For those of you playing at home and you want to see what that is, doink-a-doink, there it is right there. If that gets to 480, we are in no bueno. So this is my iced tea. It is bitter because it is, we have a special special iced tea report. This is not only bitter because it has apple cider vinegar in it and lemon. It's got a little bit of stevia to make it sweet. The special report. This just in, a new thing added to it, cayenne pepper.
Wow, spicy.
60 years, almost every single day I've been drinking this. And why do I bring this to you? Because it's bitter, like my attorneys and my bitter old attorneys tell me. Who did that? That's funny. My bitter old attorneys, they told me that this is not financial advice. This is not for entertainment purposes only. When I tell people my trades, they laugh just like this. And you'll hear that laughter every time I tell them my trades. You can and will lose all your money. Do your own due diligence. But if you want to follow along, go to mathmakesmoney.com. Sign up for Maria's newsletter, The Trading Addict. We went on an exhaustive search of all the funny pictures in there and all the eggshells. What do you call those? Easter eggs?
Easter eggs, yes.
It was very funny. It was
Maria, you gotta get like a boombox or something that you can bring around and have that play for Rob every time he tells his stories. Like this could be your way out. Like you could just put that like in like the side of the kitchen or something when he, you get one of those buttons to play it, and you can keep doing that.
What is that? That's the explosion. Where'd you get all those? That's funny.
It's right there.
Where? I don't know where. This technology. Nick's saying I'm using a mouse. My mouse doesn't even have a string. Look at that. No string. Yeah. My phone's got a camera on it. My kids just showed me. It's awesome. I can take pictures with it.
Does it sound good to them or not?
I don't think so. The chat's saying your concoction there sounds a little nasty.
Oh, the drink. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very nasty.
No, it's fantastic. Oh, I'm telling you, it's really good. It's really.
Is the cayenne? How do you like that?
Hello. You want to play hard? Let's play hard. Oh, this baby's playing hard today. Wow. Okay. How about that?
Just covering the soundboard.
Wow, the hair on my back just stood up. Holy moly, guacamole. That is some kind of cheese right there.
Ooh.
I got to stand up. I better not. All right. Next, let's keep moving. We got to keep going. How are we doing on the big money here? We're good. Okay. How are we doing down here?
Time check.
We got 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go. We are down $16,051. Man, I'd like to get that under 15. That would be awesome. If we finish down 15, I'd be the happiest fella. There's a time check right there. Maria has set that up for me so I can always remember the time. And we are still, look at this. We're still trucking along. Look, we want this to finish. We'd like this to finish between 77.50 and 77.55. Let's find out where it is. Nick went to the county fair this weekend between meeting with vendors, and he saw chickens and cows, and he went to the auction. You know what he heard at the auction? Saying, we're trying to stay over 77.50, right? Over. He heard 77.48, now 49, now 48.65, now 48.98 and 86. 48 going the wrong way. Need 48.83. 48.83 looking for 77.50. 77.50, we're down $1.35. 48.12 and 13 and 30. 48.40, 48.32. Sometimes I just make these up because it doesn't throw fast enough. 70.47.94 going the wrong way. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to you kids. Man, that is my grandpa.
We got nothing. I wish. I guess the only interesting thing today, you've had a bit in volatility here into the close, which I was kind of not suspecting here. You got vol futures at 17, the VIX itself at 1543. The other interesting thing is oil is back in play here. You got an 82 handle on the oil futures.
Wow.
At the high of the session, up about 5%. So a pretty big move there. But other than that, it's been an absolute. How do you say it, Rob?
Nothing burger. Nothing burger. That's what Kevin Warsh. I had my dream about Kevin Warsh. He came over to the house, went to the barbecue outside, looking out over the ocean. I said, Kevin, what's for dinner? He said, whoa, you're going to like this. He opened it up. Nothing burger. That's what he was having. And that's all he's been serving ever since he got over there at the FOMC. And I suspect that's all he's going to serve because he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
Well, we hope so. We got to hope for a cooling of the CPI on Wednesday to keep that under control.
Yeah. What's up with all the purple on that screen? What's that all about?
Oh, those are moving averages. So I have the 5, the 20, the 50, the 200. They make my charts look a lot sexier, I think.
They do. It'd be nice if you explain. We ought to take one session and you explain how you set up your the whole system.
I can do that.
Your watch lists. What's first, last, percent, why you put these here, how you do your market watch list, whatever.
We could do that.
Watch list.
We could save that for a boring market day like today. We should have done that today.
Well, we don't want to do it with Maria. Okay, so new
Not
schedule.
With Maria. Maria's
I would like
real
to
talent.
I would like to see it as well.
Well, we're going to do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. How about that?
Okay, I could watch.
Maria's going to be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Sunday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday at 3:15. Nick and I will be on every day at 9:15, Monday through Friday, and every day 3:15, Monday through Friday. So we're going to have Maria on with us Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 times a week. Wow, that's pretty good.
Time check.
3:58 and 21 seconds. I did not. Did you guys mention everybody's name in the chat room? If not, will you do that now? I want to make sure
we got lots of people. Rob, we're going to get so many people in there. I mean, we're pulling them up. You're going to spend all day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We've had more, we got a lot of people in here. Good for wow. How about that?
Yeah.
What in the world? All right. Well, let's make some money.
We got a minute and something left. Come on.
15,971 down 15,971. Let's go. We got to get up to we got to get this thing up. Time check. Okay. We got 70 seconds to go. 65 seconds left. If you went to a public school, it's a little over a minute. That's where I went, so it's hard. There we go. We just started bringing it. That's the last minute. This is the Tyler minute, the golden hour, the golden child, Tyler with the golden minute. And we got to get up over 77.50. Come on, you dirty dogs. Oh my gosh, it's going the wrong way. Let's go. I'm more excited about this $480 than about anything else. We get up $480 today. We are taking Barbie out for lobster rolls. Are dogs allowed to eat lobster, Maria? I don't know. I know that Maria makes me an egg sandwich. The dog gets an egg. Maria makes anything.
Hey,
look at that. Look at that. There it is. Time check. Time 24 seconds to go. 23 seconds to go. Here we go. Chat room. Here's the chat room. Come on, chat. Say chat. Type in chat in the chat room. If you say chat, you're approach. Give us some karma. We need chat. Chat.
Oh, there we go. Look at
10,
that.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, chat, 3,
come on.
2, chat. Yeah, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. How do they keep the lights on over there at the SIBO? Why in the world does anybody go against my chat room? Our chat room is the best. Thank you. Thank you. You over there. I don't know about you, but you guys did great. Thank you very much. How much? $480. Honey, we're going to Red Lobster.
Hey, you don't get any of that. That goes to Barbie.
That goes to Barbie. That's what I meant when I said
the
honey.
Other accounts
Barbie.
do.
What's that?
Are we down on everything else?
I mean, this was actually the perfect close for your position that you have on. If you go to the trade page here just to show where we're at here, because this is
look at that. We finished right down the pipe, baby.
Everything right out of the money, which is good.
Right down the middle. Right
Still
down.
good.
And you know what it was? Is we lost $30,000 or so in 1 minute, and we got back so we ended up down 14.9.
Okay.
Excuse me, 14,491. And that was, we just never could make up that 30 grand. That's just what it was.
Yeah.
We made back half of it. So, but they clobbered us right there. And it was fast. Luckily, now a lot of my friends around the world that were trading zero DTs, they got really bad fills today. We did not. We've done over 40,000. We've only had 3 bad fills out of 40,000, and all those got busted. So we didn't even have to pay those. So we are, pretty fortunate. We do a lot of back testing for that. And we do a lot of structuring our trades so that you can't avoid it, right? You cannot avoid it. When you're playing cards, you can't avoid the dealer drawing to a 21 10 times in a row. It happens. I've seen it happen where the dealer draws a 21 10 times in a row. They're like, come on, man, are you kidding me? Or sometimes they roll into a 21. They show a 12 and pull a 9. I mean, it happens all the time. Yeah. So what you play enough, you're going to see all kinds of consecutive stuff. If you don't know what a Monte Carlo evaluation is, take a look at a Monte Carlo model, just Google it, and that will tell you basically what your worst case scenario is going to be. And you can look at 10,000 or 100,000. And then what you do when you run a Monte Carlo is run your lowest or your worst 10 days in the first 10 days of any Monte Carlo, and you won't believe what your
put them
loss
all
is gonna
together.
be. Right. That you
I
want to
had
know
a Monte Carlo one time.
We tried to go to Monte Carlo one time.
I
Long
had one
story.
too. It was a Chevy.
Oh, Maria and I went to Monte Carlo. My brother's good friends with the prince, and we were going to stay in the, I don't know what you call it, palace, I guess, and watch the race. And we never made it. We accidentally missed a stop on the train, and we went to the next country. And by then it was 2:00 in the morning, and we had a devil of a time getting a hotel room. And it's a long, involved story. But suffice it to say, the prince was not happy with us, nor was my brother. We were fine with it. We missed it. Yeah,
you guys can make fun anywhere.
Yeah, it was fun. We had fun. It was fun. But it was great.
Anyway, I don't see. We're waiting for what? Rocket Lab and ASTS. Oh, I am anyway.
Yeah.
So which one you want, honey? Rocket Lab, RK, was it RK? LS?
RKLB.
LB.
RK.
Yeah, it comes out 5 minutes after the close. ASTS is going to be 30 minutes after the close. So
where do you look again? When I was watching all the time, I would say, okay, well, how do you know that? Where do you look to see that information?
I use Earnings Whisper.
But how do you know what time it's going to come out?
Oh, they tell you.
Yeah, that's what I do. I use Earnings Whisper, which is just a website that
I get email from them. That's the brown, like a brown chart, right? I like that.
Yeah,
nice.
It gets a little dicey. I mean, it's hard to, a lot of them, I mean, they do have to declare it a number of days before. So at a certain point, it does get more concrete, but a lot of times there is, some are late, some come early, they change. It's very hard to look out more than just a couple days. I usually, like something that's a month out, it's probably going to change.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So those all come in there. Low volume day. We end the day at 848,000 contracts on the E-minis. Got to be one of the lowest volume days so far this year.
Really low. That's
really,
crazy.
really low. Really, really low.
All right. So what do we got? Time check. We got 30 seconds to go. I'm going to have a little more. You said 4:05, right?
Yes.
I got to tell you what. That cayenne pepper's not messing around.
Why'd you add that in there? Is it a metabolism booster kind of thing? I know that you get the spicy stuff in there. It helps.
I like spicy food. That's why I actually almost put cumin in there today. Oh, look at this. I'm going to say that's not
good. That's not what I was looking for.
What do your puts at? You got puts out there or no?
Yeah, I do. Hold on.
Okay, no fun? That's the first move.
That's the first move. Yeah, fade that first move. This ain't over yet. This fight's not over.
I got 85, 90, and 95.
Well, you were in the money.
They got covered calls.
Yeah, you're going to be selling those covered calls.
They are covered calls.
Oh, they are covered calls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, an in the money
But-
put, same as being long the stock, short the call.
Yeah.
But here, I mean, you got a $10 expected move, so the stock is well inside that right now. This could easily be reversed in the next couple minutes here.
You know what it is? It's always too. They report the earnings. This is when I was CEO of a publicly traded company. What I did was I always told my CFO. First of all, I was completely honest. I followed all the rules whatsoever, right down to the. For any one of you out there were former shareholders and or regulators, just know that I followed the rules to the letter. Having said that, there's nothing wrong with having your CFO go out there and make a statement in writing about what the numbers are, and then it turns out 15 minutes later when the CEO gets up there and starts talking about forward guidance, that's all people care about.
Yes,
they just throw all the numbers. The poor CFO has worked for weeks to put this report together and make every little detail perfect, and then the CEO gets up there and says, we're going to sell a bunch of stuff. This is nothing. We expected that. I'm not worried about this at all. Well, okay. They say, well, you selling? No, I'm not selling. Well, he was not selling. What's he know that I don't know? I want to stay in. There it is right there. Look at that. Guy must
They're
be getting
doing well. I mean, they've got so many contracts, but
and that doesn't necessarily mean
that doesn't
it's like
mean
saying
anything anyway. I know.
No.
It doesn't mean anything. It just really doesn't mean anything. You know what? Let's clean this mess out.
Hey, you got it back basically unchanged here, down to
Oh my gosh. This just in. We just got the final update. And remember, Nick Battista tells you every day, don't be fooled by that 4 o'clock close, because they still, what do they have to do?
There's a little bit of a settlement. You got a little bit of time. But yours, you probably got money back. You're probably
we did. Remember, we said 15,000 was the target. How about this? Down 15,491. 15,000.
You lost some.
No, is that? I thought it was at 16. No.
Oh,
was that?
Oh yeah, it was 16. I thought you said 14.
Did I say 14? No, I don't think so. I would have been standing up screaming of that. My goal was 15. We didn't make it. I'm the happiest guy down 15,491. You know what? We'll go back and look at the videotape later and figure out exactly where we were.
See who's wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure it was me. All right. We got anything else to cover? Tomorrow we're going to be here at 9:15. But look at that. Someone's already saying bye, Maria, in the chat.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Maria. There's another one. Lots of bye, Marias in the chat. Oh, my gosh. We're starting the whole thing.
We'll see everybody tomorrow morning.
9:15 tomorrow. 3:15 tomorrow. 9:15. Say peace out. Goodbye, Maria.
Goodbye, Maria.
Bye,
Goodbye,
Nick.
Maria.